Okay, this is part two. You know, these perps are like children in the sense they loved to create this mistake. Because the part one ended because my battery died, and I was expecting to happen, but I didn't have the time to go pick up the cable, and I expected at some point my video was shut down. These perps use this moment, it's like, oh, the sounds. It's like, oh, we are. And it's like a mistake for time. I'm like, oh god, same bullshit. And they try to wait, like the quietness is supposed to be like building in some like anxiety. No! Bottom feeders out here working for pedophiles. What I was saying, they are trying to present themselves as this adventure that they're making me pay for what I did as a child, what I did as a kid at that age, which is where the part one ended. It's something they have to exaggerate, but the reason why they're exaggerating this is because the reality of what they're part of is what they try to counter, and what they try to counter is what they do to children, and the reality of what this program is about. In their mind, and the way they try to present themselves, like, no, we're making you pay. Oh, you're gonna pay for that. And the part that is just so hard to just not be aggressive toward is somebody who is involved in some of the most atrocities, or a program that causes, that partake, that involve, that does atrocities toward children, is tell me how angry they are, and the anger, the rage that they have. And we're talking about a kid that age, while involved in a program that literally even harmed 3-week-old babies. They are connected to that, and they're like, oh, I did this. I was like, no, you did what you're doing. You joined a program knowingly that tortured infants. You know that what you're involved in right now, that empowers you to be the winner that you are right now, is a program where babies are being harmed, children are being harmed of all ages, women. And you're fucking opportunists because you are just enjoying what this gives you. You love it. I know why. No need to explain. This technology can alter the mind, do horrible things to you remotely. It empowers the weakest. You are involved in a program where the latest, most sophisticated technology on earth is being utilized onto us for the developing of this technology, especially if you're in some kind of academia, especially if you're in some kind of medicine world, or scientific world, or medical world. This is amazing. You get to see the level of technology that can alter a human being in not only psychologically but physically. And you're an opportunist that is out here ready to be a god and a dumbass at the same time. And the rage that you have is a rage of me exposing the reality of what you're part of, not letting you escape in what you're trying to be. They make me have a dream because at that age I did some stupid things to myself. It was stupid. They wish I molested. They wish I harmed. No. But I did something inappropriate as a child at that age. Right? You understand the brain of a child is what's capable of doing. These people become top tier retards to make sense of this in different ways. So they make me have a dream where I see like the brother and I'm supposed to be like scared. I'm not scared. I see him on Instagram. Matter of fact, I follow him. I can follow him. If I know his Instagram, I follow him today. I'm following the person that I traumatized, quote unquote, which I didn't. They make me imagine running away. He doesn't even look the same. I'm like, what the? I can feel my dream being pushed to this. Like, no, actually, that's not how it reacts. What? This is trash. I'll go right now and follow him on. I'm following this person they quote unquote I traumatized. It's delusional trash. And they're like, oh, now you paid for it, dude. She wants justice. What? She doesn't even know me. But you know who wants justice? These men, women, and children that he's suffering, destroyed by low life like you, opportunists like you, academia. Fuck it. This bottom feels are trash. And so it takes a lot because you are still seeing things for what they are. They created this bubble, and that bubble is like stupidity. Now, when it comes to the manipulation, oh my gosh, yesterday was bad, and it's getting worse. My brain truly is being reconstructed. I understand that nothing will be the same. Nothing. My brain has been for years, since 2020. They've been 2019. Sorry, so it's gonna be 5 years. They've been just reconstructing my brain in different ways, and my thought process is continuously on it since August 19, 2019. Every day since that day, my brain has been manipulated, played, and reconstructed every day. It's like training your brain. It's not even, it's just conditioning your brain. So it's even worse than 2 years ago in regard of how they can make me have this manipulation and reaction. The thought process, the logic they create to box in these ways of thinking and make me accepting of this is disgusting. This little girl, this little baby, I wish I could capture. I'll probably make another video later on. This baby, some wholesomeness with this little girl. Stimulations, like now we're mapped. It is you when you were a kid. Remember Sarah tried to talk about me 13 years old, but you felt that feeling there when you were 13. That's you. We mapped it. Now you manipulate my brain to have that. And then you manipulate my childhood memories and add things like that. Can you imagine? It's like, no, we made you. Remember you felt like that when you were a kid. We mapped it. What? First of all, you're a retard. I'm not a child. I'm a grown-ass man. You don't say, hey, you felt like that when you're 13 years old. Does you see? And that's what they are here making coming up with the storylines like now when you're a child and your brain. No. First of all, you are falsifying my memories. Second of all, I'm an adult man. Third of all, you do the pedophilia type of torture. You're renowned to rewire the brain in the pedophilia type of torture. You have this trend of manipulating and rewiring the brain in disgusting, degrading ways. And then you have clowns out here now, but you know when you were a kid. What? Can you imagine I look at grown-ass men like, hey, when you were a kid you felt like that. You'd be like, what? That's why they use these people, these perps, who have no shame, who try to think, oh, you know, the brain of a child and the brain of an adult, you're the same. It's the same when you're 13 years old. What? You're grown academia. Go talk to your 13-year-old. Dumbass. It's like, no, but, you know, me, I knew myself when I was 5 years old, so now it's like... To make me accepting of the manipulation they forced me to have. As an adult man, try to make me think, no, your brain, we looked at your brain, the way you function. No, this is coming from people who are renowned to do the pedophilia type of torture. Who are renowned to alter the mind in degrading ways. I understand you're using this technology to harm the brain. To degrade the brain. To put this false persona into the brain. And they use this retards with no self-respect to try to gaslight you to accepting this. They have no shame. Can you imagine people who are renowned to do this pedophilia type of torture systematically? I tell you now, we're mad, that's your brain, you falsify my childhood brain, then you use this retarded logic of like, no, but when you're a kid, that's what? And they work for governmental entities that have seen systematic issues with pedophilia. They use childlike people for a purpose. It's not because they're genius. What do you think these kids here? It's like, nah, it's your brain. It's because they are trying to annoy you, agitate you into accepting these things. For me, when they play this game in front of me, it's like, you think I'm going to let you go into that escape? You think I'm going to let you go there? No! I told you, first of all, I know what you're connected to with. I know that you harm children in this program. And I know my brain is being reconstructed in different ways. You use these losers of human beings who love this, who have no empowerment in life. But this, I'd rather die in hell. This trash out here tell me how to keep dying. I'd rather keep dying. And on top of that, you know what's the cherry on top of all the cherry? To know that the entities that's working on this technology, that developed this technology since the freaking 60s, has had ongoing issue with child porn and pedophilia. That is a bill created called National Defense Network Abuse Act, because they were downloading so much child porn using the computers given to them by the DOD and the network given to them by the DOD. On top of all these things, and like, now we're academia and fucking trash, try to create this facade so I can be accepting of these pedophilia things. It's so nasty. The little babies every time and they give me stimulations and they get mad for gaslighting purposes. Every time they force me to get this stimulation, they make this noise campaign. That's supposed to be like, oh, it's you. It's not the way we can alter your mind. It's not the stimulation, the emotion that can easily be implanted in somebody's brain once you hook to this device that captures your brain frequencies. And then you have this trust like, now we're minded. Shut the fuck up, you bunch of pedophiles. I'm sorry for the agitation. But to see and hear this low life, and they think they can, the agitation, when you are validated to this level, when you can bring something like that and listen to this person literally say how they've been able to play and manipulate the brain. In this fashion.
Large array or field of antennas based on Alaska radio frequency antennas.
HARP antennas transmit powerful radio signals into the upper atmosphere to study the effects on wireless communications. But Becky says HARP can also be used for more sinister ends.
HARP has announced several other programs and campaigns, and there's two areas that I got very concerned about. One was weather modification applications. The other was the effect on human beings. If you can modulate a signal that the brain locks onto, recognizes, and begins to mirror or follow the frequency following response. The brain rhythms change, then it creates a chemical cascade within the brain and the emotions change. Now the resolution gets finer and finer and finer. And it used to just be about triggering emotions. You change people's brain chemistry pretty readily, change their emotional state pretty easily. But when you get down to the idea of thoughts and being able to manipulate those, that's...
They dare try to make me, and listen, this is how validated it gets. Like, this is how.
It is dramatic.
That's
it's
how validated.
Trying to end my life. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind. But he thought of it. Like, this disgusting.
You have these people here now. What they do map to your brain, reminding your brain that you feel like that when you're little girls. You see that's who map. It's trash us and give me stimulations. When this is what they involved in. And you look at them, it's like, first of all, I know myself. Trash, I know this technology does that. You guys alter the brain in this fashion to be degrading. And then you use these losers of human beings. We're like, nah, it would change you. It's you. Trash ass. Target me, just stay strong. My emotions are getting the best of me right now. I need to calm down. And this is because it's like the more informed you are and the more clown like these people play, it just brings aggression. So God's got to give me strength and thank him because I could have been living life like that.